There was just a really big cat fight outside. I don't know who between. There was already 3 cats on the camera, so who knows who the heck just got in a fight. It was loud, really loud.
It's the battle of the fittest. Who shall conquer to have the fanciest of the feasts?
Indeed, we shall see. And 3 cats already, and there was a fight. I don't know. I didn't see any out there. 0 cats were outside when I was out. It's chilly in here this morning. It was 49 degrees this morning when I got up. 49 is cold for here. Actually, especially this late in the spring. Oh man, I got goosebumps. But I'm definitely not doing laundry on a Saturday. This is, dude, by the way, I don't wear the same shirt every day. I have a gajillion of these, which is gonna suck when laundry day comes too, because I hang dry all of them. Yeah. I need to do them in waves. It'll do. Guys, did I see at the very beginning of the stream? You can see Trident chasing. It looks like the white-pawed tabby. White-pawed tabby showed up first. Came left to right. And I think Trident was waiting for me over by the gate, probably on the far left. And all of a sudden, and that's when I saw Tabby walk across as I was about to start the stream. So I started it, and then you see Tabby run. My shit's mirrored, by the way, guys. I do know my left to my right. My camera's mirrored, so the words and everything I show you are legible. That's why I'll be saying left and right and pointing the wrong fucking direction. Not the Wii. I have to remember that I have to do it opposite for you, so it just... I'm actually pointing the wrong direction for myself. Do that. So, to the left... Wait, to the right... No, it won't do the wrong thing. This is to the right. There we go. Hey. But I'm lying because it's not, because that's actually still the left. That's why I don't feel right about it. I'm lying to you guys. My left shoulder. See my dilemma now? You're right, my left. You didn't see it, you rewind it and check it out. At the very, very beginning. Oh, we got this one. Siam is going to be the first to the plate. And this shit's weird. Oh no, Siam's just going to go hide underneath the house again. Even weirder. Yesterday, it hid until something else ate, and then it finished it up. 19 correct female mate. Trident. Yeah, I figured it was a male. That's why he was willing to explore underneath the house like that. I've seen that cat before, though. I think that's someone else's cat, too. Dude, a lot of the neighbors around here just let their cats do what the fuck ever. They look at their cats like they're their own. You man, you got this. Cat. See you later. Whatever you eat is whatever you eat. And they don't ever take them to the vet. And never give them any kind of medication. A lot of people do that out here. At best, your other cat. Dog owners too, though. The gray one? Gray one what? Oh. Notice. 30. Booby trap. Booby trap. You booby trapped him. Oh, well look. These fucking engineering scissors that I have. I'm getting a fucking YouTube video on them. The exact same scissors that I have. What the hell? Look at that shit. What is going on right now? How did that happen? I gotta check it out. I've never been using them for like 8 years.
Right, quick story first. At work, someone borrowed my scissors, and I'm not pointing any fingers, but someone borrowed my scissors and they've bent one of the parts of it, and I was a bit annoyed, and I thought, I've looked after those scissors, I've oiled them, I've sharpened them. Anyway, they're knackered, so they can go to someone else, and I thought I need to get some new scissors. In doing that, I did my usual thing. I thought I'll go for Fiskars or something like that, because Fiskars are generally very high quality. I've got a few pairs of Fiskars, and I thought, hang on, what has Japan got to offer? So these are made in Japan. So these are the Engineer PH55, so Engineer PH55. Engineer is a good Japanese brand, and it is the brand. If you can read Japanese, you'll read all this, and that's absolutely fine. But these are the Tetsuan scissors. In other words, Tetsuan's kind of like strong arm, kind of. That's kind of what that name means. But the general title will be PH55. There's other models, but this is the one I went for because I wanted something small,
Simon,
something I can stick in my
are you doing?
If I need to, and it's not going to cut anything, and it's got a little sheath, so pretty cool. It looks.
You see how he was keeping her pinned down and biting the shit out of her fucking neck, dude? Come here. I don't know. Maybe she's not allowed up there anymore.
Prove it. I took the staple out so you can't open it. This is some of the best packaging I've ever seen.
I didn't get
Not
that.
a damn clamshell where you need another pair of scissors just to get the pair of scissors that you bought out the pair of scissors packet. I hate
look
clamshell.
exactly like that,
This comes
though.
straight out. There was one staple through, and this packaging is fantastic. Look,
We left.
it properly covers
we forgot the
everything. So
marking.
if you're on the shop, you can see, right, flat blade. Okay, it does have a flat blade. It's completely flat on one side and then flat just up to a point on one side. Then it is serrated. So it has micro serrations. The point of micro serrations, most people generally don't need them. I mean, there's two purposes for serrations or beveled cuts or serrated blades. A serrated blade in the knife world, it generally keeps it sharp even if you're working on a hard surface, because only the very tips can hit the hard surface, so the rest stays relatively sharp, but they're a pain in the backside to sharpen, which will be the case with this. Good luck trying to sharpen that. You can sometimes use a really angled ceramic to do that, but that's not what this video is about. So the purpose of the serrations in this context means if you put rope or something else like that, or something Teflon coated or hard, it's not going to scissor and push away. So when you do the bifurcation, it's not just going to push it away like that. It's going to actually keep it in place and make the cut and hold it. So that is the point of these serrations. I've done this in HDR 4K 60 frames a second, so I'll get lots of nice close shots on what I'm actually talking about. So there's the serrations here. Now you notice on this side of the blade, it's a normal grind that you would get on a pair of scissors, and it's extremely sharp. If I just look, there's no marks on there, but if I just do that, can you see the cut there? Well, I haven't done it deep enough. I don't really want to cut myself, but I can feel that in the knife world. If I'd sharpened that, I generally drop a knife on the back of my thumb. That's digging. I can actually feel that. So if I do that, see the cut there? It's enough to cut into the surface. That's when I generally stop, and then I'll strop a blade, and that'll do. So they arrive extremely sharp. And in regard to these serrations, extremely well engineered,
There's a nice,
very nice. And then the 1.2 on standard wire there, so copper wire or standard wire there. So just bear in mind, I'll try for a third time just to show you I'm being fair. So this is insulated stranded copper. Let's put that in there. Right, so it's done that again, look, so it is cut straight through the insulator, but it has compressed that because it's moving out the way, you see, which is something the serrations help with, and I'll show you that. So you do that, and even if I pull it, no, so you're left with strands, so it can't do that. However, what it can do is, and I'll show you straight off with very little effort, straight through, absolutely no problem. So my advice is, if you are doing stranded, simply do it from the front. It's saying there at 1.
Branches.
He's just saying he loves it or whatever, and then it's saying these are so on this.
I didn't cut.
I've got no links to that company. This is just my honest opinion. So are there any
They
cons?
have that
For me,
area
I'm a very
for-
tall guy, so I do have bigger hands. So these are on the edge, very sharp, very, very functional.
Has that
And then this
triangle
cool dude
part.
from Japan to pinch or get very strong blades. Beautiful.
I want it on and put it inside of me. Nobody else can touch it, contaminate it. Their illegitimacy. Saber? I don't know. it worked alright. I was hoping it'd work better. It helped get into some areas that I couldn't get into in the bathroom. Bathroom door for the shower door. Deep clean. But it didn't just take off the grime instantly or anything. Interesting. Did a nonsensical anti-science belief system cost Val Kilmer his life? Did it? Was he like against modern medicine? What do you think? Champion. Yeah, a thing where Pepe would go across the screen if I did that, but I think I have that one set up on the stream. Mental history.
And we are also learning more about the suspected gunman here. Tallahassee police identifying the shooting suspect as 20-year-old Phoenix Eichner, a student at Florida State University and the stepson of a Leon County Sheriff's Office deputy. At a news conference, Tallahassee's police chief said Eichner declined to talk to law enforcement about the shooting, invoking his Fifth Amendment right. Friday, new reports came out detailing a custody fight reportedly between Eichner's biological mother and dad several years earlier. According to those court documents, when Eichner was 11, 9 years before the Florida State shooting, his biological mother reportedly took him to Norway, which was a violation of the custody agreement. According to that complaint, the mom allegedly said that she and Eichner were going to South Florida, but then fled to Norway, where she reportedly had dual citizenship. Eichner's dad sent texts and emails to the mother asking when she would return with their son, but reportedly would get vague replies. That's according to that complaint. A judge found there was probable cause that the mother had violated that custody agreement. In the complaint, Eichner's dad reportedly expressed concern that their son suffered from, quote, developmental delays and, quote, has special needs that would not be taken care of unless he was in the U.S. It also alleged that Eichner suffers from ADHD. Records show that a judge ordered the mom to return to the U.S. with Eichner and threatened to give the father sole custody. That case ended with a plea agreement. Again, that is according to records, which you can see right there on the right-hand side of your screen. Months later, Eichner's mother filed a slander lawsuit against Eichner's father and wife. That lawsuit dismissed. It does not appear that either family member has publicly commented on that 2015 investigation, the lawsuit, or the shooting itself. Tallahassee Police Chief Lawrence Revels said Eichner used a handgun in the alleged shooting and that he also had a shotgun with him, though it was not clear if he had actually fired that weapon. Again, this investigation is ongoing. The police chief there saying he does not know of a possible motive just yet. In the meantime, I do want to get to some of the other big stories as we continue our coverage here of the shooting on the Florida State University campus that killed 2 people and wounded 6 others. Now, we know that alerts were sent out to students on the campus within about a minute of those first gunshots, including posts all over social media. I do want to talk a little bit more about the response overall. So let's bring in Gina Rofero, the president and CEO of SaferWatch. Now, that is a safety technology company used across schools, police departments, and public spaces. Gino, thank you so much for taking the time to be here with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Well, first off, I do want to ask you, we're talking about Florida State University, located in the state capital of Florida, a very large campus there. What kind of issues, what kind of problems exist when you're talking about such a large campus?
Right. So obviously with a large campus.
Okay. Fill their content for the next 5 minutes.
Despite major backlash from Democrat Senator Chris Van Hollen is defending his trip to El Salvador with to meet with the suspected MS-13 gang member.
And this comes as DHS releases the investigative report that shows he was stopped on suspicion of human trafficking back in 2022.
That's right. Madeline Rivera is live
in
Washington, D.C. with all of that.
Work.
Maddie, what's the latest on this human trafficking angle of this story?
Hi, guys. Good morning. That's right. This is coming from a Homeland Security Investigations report. It mentions a traffic stop for Kilmar Abrego Garcia in Tennessee back in December 2022. Police say Abrego Garcia was driving from Houston to Maryland with 8 other people in the car. Abrego Garcia told authorities they were going to do construction work, but there was no luggage in the car, and they all gave the same home address as Abrego Garcia. And that led police to suspect this was a human trafficking incident. Abrego Garcia, however, was not charged.
Home address.
The year before, Abrego Garcia's wife, Jennifer, had filed for a temporary protective order against him. She alleged that he punched and scratched her, ripped off her shirt, and grabbed and bruised her. She was pressed about those allegations, and here's her response.
I know this is a sensitive question, but I have to ask it.
Motherfucker,
you did take out
he was definitely trafficking people, dude. And the left saying he needs due process. Fuck you, man. You want to waste our money on him going to court when it's very apparent the dude was human trafficking. Just going off of, like, they didn't tell us all that before. Ins and outs of it like that. They had no luggage. But you don't need any boots or anything. You're construction workers. Did they even have construction outfits? You know what I mean? They all just wearing tennis shoes? Most construction sites prefer you to have steel toe boots. That kind of thing, like where the I already know cat fight. Left of this argue they need their day in court,
Temporary
though.
order of protection against your husband in 2021. Were you in fear of your husband?
My husband is alive. That's all I can say.
Okay, and you know, I'm not going to push on that, apparently.
President Trump also doubling down on the allegations of MS-13, though Abrego Garcia's lawyers maintain he hasn't been charged with any crime in any country.
When Garcia was originally arrested, he was wearing a sweatshirt with rolls of money pouring out, an MSD and an MS-13 gang symbol that he was driving with two other known violent MS-13 gang members, two of the most violent members that we know of in the MS-13 gang of thugs.
Regardless of the accusations against Abrego Garcia, Democrats argue he should have been able to present his case before a judge. They say the fact that he was deported without one is a big problem.
We need to bring Mr. Abrego Garcia home to protect his constitutional rights to due process. And it's also important that people understand this case is not just about one man. It's about protecting the constitutional rights of everybody who resides in the United States of America.
Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen, who you just saw there, also met with Abrego Garcia in El Salvador. He's addressing what has been dubbed in some reports as Margarita Gate. It comes after photos were captured of the two with what looked like margaritas on the table during their meeting.
They look like margaritas, and if you look at the one they put in front of Kilmar, it actually had a little less liquid than the one in front of me, to try to make it look, I assume, like he drank out of it. Let me just be very clear. Neither of us touched the drinks that were in front of us.
Van Hollen accused the Trump administration of trying to distract from a
Why wouldn't he
humanitarian issue,
drink
what
it,
they call
though?
it. He'll
I mean,
be on Fox
fuck.
News on Sunday tomorrow, and we expect him to talk more about this.
Go back to
Rachel, Charlie,
prison.
and Emily.
Thank you so
Oh,
much,
fine,
Patty.
fuck it.
Great report. So, Charlie,
Oh,
if
he's so
you're
holy.
explaining
He didn't touch
margaritas,
it.
are you losing?
Yeah, I think that's pretty safe to say,
Outta
without
here.
a doubt. It is
Touched it.
really extraordinary. When you look at the people who get.
Who wouldn't drink
people
it?
from the outside.
Are
the
you
same with the
in
court
prison?
ruling
You were
this
able to
morning,
have a
where
cocktail
you
real
have the
fast?
ACLU, you have all these groups coming out to defend actual accused gang members.
Right.
Are they gonna
And
beat you
then
for
you
it?
have an actual sitting member of Congress
shouldn't have
willing
drank
to stick
it.
his neck out like this. Where were these people for all of the victims of migrant crimes?
Well, you just wonder, like, especially after that remarkable interview with Michael Strahan with the wife of this MS-13 suspect, saying, "Were you ever afraid of your MS-13 husband?" And she has this, like, because obviously she twice, I think, she charged him with domestic abuse, and she wouldn't answer the question. She's afraid of him now, and he's in El Salvador. I thought that was remarkable. And also, Emily, there seems to be no regret. Like, at some point, like, he was over there when we found out about the domestic abuse charges, and he doesn't seem regretful. And since then, several Democrats have said, in Congress have said, yeah, we're going to make trips on our own dime to go over there because they didn't think that Mike Johnson would approve the expense.
Right. This is the party that loves to use the phrase credible allegations of sexual assault, right? And yet here we have in her own handwriting, she filed those motions with the court, and quoting her, she called her husband violent, abusive, really scary, detailed that he punched her in the face, left bruises all over her body. And President Trump in the Oval Office quoted her in that yesterday. You mentioned this earlier. And he went on to say, so this is the guy that the Dems want to bring back to the U.S.?
Yeah.
And to our point, it's the ongoing conversation about who are they representing? Who are they prioritizing? And the answer is they're representing not Americans, not lawful Americans, and they're prioritizing illegal immigrants with these sketchy histories at best and at most horrifying allegations that, if true, it just goes to show how our tax dollars are being wielded and the narrative that these guys are pushing.
Yeah.
Because if that's the person that they're going to bat for, no angel families. I, by the way, couldn't find one example of Senator Van Hollen meeting with an angel family or even a family of a victim of violent crime. None of that on his watch.
Patty Moore was his constituent. She's a Marylander. The guy from El Salvador is not a Marylander. He's an El Salvadoran who came here illegally, who beat up his wife, who, by the way, is the latest Me Too case, as far as I'm concerned. Democrats don't care.
Yeah. I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.
What we're dealing with here is a complete lack of respect for the law.
Stomach hurts. I don't know what's going on. Royce is still getting fatter, y'all. You want to check in with him? For some reason I got recommended a video of his this morning of him getting fatter. It was like Royce getting fatter.
Good.
It was an alert.
Good morning, everyone. This is Royce Moore. Come back at you with yet another Let's Try. And today on the docket,
Sounds more depressed.
we're trying the Doritos footlong nachos.
He sounds so depressed
If I seem in
now.
a very sour mood, I had a bit of a rough day.
Oh my god, another rough
It's nothing
day.
you need to worry about.
Today's a rough day.
Homie. And at the tip of the iceberg, we have
Every day's a rough day when you're 600
what's supposed
pounds.
to be a steak nacho with no steak. And a chicken nacho with no chicken.
Boy. You meat on it? I bet he is fucking pissed. Fat people love meat. His ears are further into his head. Where you know it, he's not gonna be able to hear anymore.
Whoa.
His face is gonna swallow him.
Potent.
Gonna get absorbed. Fat flaps covering his ears.
Oh my god.
Protecting them. Sandstorms.
I found a single piece of chicken.
He's like a desert animal. A hippo.
And on this one,
He's turning
a
into
single
a
piece of steak.
freaking
Okay.
African
Okay.
wild animal.
That almost that actually does lighten my spirits a little bit, weirdly enough, just because
We're
it's so
watching
stupid.
evolution. Oh, was that cheese that just splattered on the in his shirt? You're on the fucking what the hell? He's got this smearing on his jowl. That's
Here, let's try these steak nachos as well.
a chip, maybe. Yeah. Never mind. That was that cheese.
I can actually taste it. Huzzah.
Why in the hell is Subway selling nachos? It's so dumb.
This is weird to me because it is nacho cheese Doritos. As the bottom for these nachos.
Oh.
And I was never a big dipping chips in dipping flavored chips in dip kind of guy. The only person in my family who really did that a lot was my sister. What she used to do is, she used to dip Cheetos in cream cheese. Oh, not. Haha. There is more steak under here. Not a whole lot, though. Ever get the feeling that someone is effing with you, or like trying to con you? I took my car in for an oil change last week, and when I get it back, it's making this weird grinding sound. I ignore it, even though it wasn't making that grinding sound before I sent it in, because I'm stupid. Yeah, I'm pissed. I'm eating both. I was only gonna eat half of each, but they're nachos.
Eat all that shit, boy. Oh, now. Don't play with my emotions like that.
At least I'm getting some vegetables.
Oh. Got some vegetables. You hate them. Okay. Appreciate you grinning and bearing the vegetables for us. I know how he's doing it. I was doing it.
Driving home today, and my car was acting up even worse than it had been the past
He's
week.
got what it takes.
And a guy flags me down and says, "Your tire is tilted and it's smoking." Which I'm just like, well, shit. And I was only a block from home at that point, so I just like limped the rest of the way there. Luckily, it seemed to stop smoking, knock on wood. And I called my people to come pick it up. I actually like the chicken a little better, because, like, it tempers the heat of the jalapeno. I'm just so, I was broke all week. I finally get some money, and, oh, well, guess it's going to this. Paying for whatever's wrong with the car, or whatever's wrong with the wheel, and the tow, which, for those who don't know, involves going across state lines. It's a long ways away. I'm just... I'm just upset today. Today has been one cluster bomb after another. And I know what you all are probably thinking. Royce, why didn't you notice that your tire wasn't aligned? It was on the passenger side, and I never thought to check there. I just, when the grinding started, I looked under my car to make sure there was nothing hanging down that could be causing it. It never occurred to me that it was the tire itself on the other side of the car. I know, that's stupid. I should have done a full 360 turnaround, but like that's... I literally was paying this guy to fix my car, and it comes back worse than when I sent it in. I sent it in for an oil change and for some brake fluid. And when I get it back, it's...
I would ask Lou something real quick. Lou, have you been here? I saw this earlier and thought about you. The Wat Sampran Temple in Thailand has an enormous dragon built around it. Bung, bada, bung, 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 bung. Didn't even look real at first when I first clicked on it. Like when I first saw it, I was like, "I see." I'll go. Was that a cake? Can I eat? Thailand got some crazy shit out there. That's because they were one of like the first to do psychedelics, probably, weren't they?
Yeah.
Hey, can you get like in Thailand? Can you find these psychedelic smoothies that are fruit, like citrus fruits, with psychedelic mushrooms? Do you know of this, Thailand? I heard about it, and apparently they are one of the originators of mixing citrus fruits with mushrooms. I think it's Thailand. It's one of them Eastern Asian countries.
I worry that
they'll have like booths set up sometimes, like in the woods or whatever, where tourist destination areas where they'll be selling it, magic smoothies or something. You ever seen something like that out there?
You know, there's this paranoid part of me that's like, well, it's obvious that they're, you know, breaking your car to make sure you have to come back more.
What? No, it's not. Dude, bro, if you have a mechanic in your family, you know that this happens all the time. People will bring in, I was just talking about this, dude, like 2 or 3 days ago with Mark, because he was a mechanic. I was saying that he's, like, whenever he brings a customer's car in and something new breaks, it's always his fault. And it was a joke on this happening to people. Because this happens all the time. A customer will bring his car into a shop, and something else will break because it was right on the edge of breaking, because that's a lot of times how things happen, man. Like cars, one thing breaks, oftentimes there's something else that's right around the corner, just because at that age we're like it's just starting to break, right? Oftentimes it will happen when the mechanic is on the test drive with the vehicle, and they'll come back with the test drive and be like, oh yeah, I see your problem that you're talking about there, but you know, you also got this other thing going on here. And the guy will be like, well, it wasn't like that when I brought it in here. And you're like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I drove it like a person supposed to drive this car. I mean, maybe like that person drives it a certain way so it wasn't breaking. Broke, being driven normally, and
like, I don't want to believe that that's true, but it's just like, I don't deserve this. Okay, I hate saying stuff like that. I hate saying I am too good for something, but like,
bro, this guy is such a pity pot, man. I don't deserve this. I don't deserve being fat. Where's my other nacho at?
I need a break.
I kind of missed
I need a
Royce,
break from
dude.
this kind of stuff.
I gotta be real. I haven't watched this guy. I haven't seen any of his videos in 2 months. He's easily at least minimum 2 months. I stopped watching him completely. I kind of miss hearing him bitch about shit because it makes me feel better about my life.
I need the world to stop hurting me for a few months so I can get my shit together.
World, dude.
Well, that's never
Oftentimes,
gonna happen.
people have to realize that you bring this. He's bringing the shit onto himself. I mean, like the box that's being left in front of my place. I'm in a sense I'm attracting them to do that to me because I haven't went over there and been like, "Hi, I'm your neighbor John. This is I live here too. I'm a person. Don't." Not saying this, but like this is what I'd be relaying onto them as I'm talking to them. Like I'm a person. I live here. I have feelings too. I'm kind of like you. You know, we got to coexist here together. I haven't went and done that. Had the conversation like, hey, how's it going? Here's who I am. So they're fucking me over a little bit by leaving shit in my place. I'm kind of attracting that energy to me, and I realize that. He doesn't realize shit like that. Because of that, he blames the world for all his problems. I could do little steps that would help myself. I know that I'm fucking up on a lot of different things. I admit it. I'm slowly, maybe I cut the sugar cane down.
I mean, one thing after another.
I feel better too about that.
I don't like complaining to you guys. Last time I complained to you guys was that awful, at least the one that I can remember is that awful Burger King fiasco.
You think this guy actually kind of looks over his car every now and then to make sure the shit's not breaking? Looks at his fluids ever? Changes it? He definitely doesn't change his own oil. You can learn a lot about your car doing your own oil, seeing if things are leaking. Little stuff like that, you know? No, he expects everybody else to just tell him when something's breaking. Or to inspect it for him.
I'm cranky and I need a nap. It's afternoon and I haven't slept.
You'd rather learn about
It's not even after
Narnia and the elves of Shakarani. Whatever. He'll tell you all about some shit like that. But when it comes to real world applicable knowledge, I don't know about that. I don't know if he's got it.
It's after 3 in the afternoon.
He's an auditor at a hotel, whatever that means.
I feel bad because I promised a longer Indiana Jones stream today, but you know, it's
college educated.
Sometimes things just don't shake out the way you want them to.
Isn't he college educated, y'all? Dude. Talk about it,
My
bud.
viewership's in the crapper.
Oh, you went there, Lou? Oh, really?
I'm tired, guys. That's the long and short of it. Like, not just tired, but exhausted.
What's the link for it?
Anyway,
Oh yeah.
honestly,
It is.
for $5, you could do worse. I will say, watch them put the meat on, because that was pretty skimpy. But like, it's basically, it's a $5 version, or it's a $5 thing where the
YouTube
chips
didn't
are the carb.
Hold up, YouTube didn't like give you a.
It's an iteration on a walking.
They didn't take your. It's from YouTube. YouTube doesn't mean they won't claim it as their hours for the video. Music. Oh, I see. Like they have like music they use for free.
Taco. The vegetables are a little weird, like onion, like they are they make sense as vegetables to be put on nachos. It's just Subway's aren't the most high quality. Like that onion is pungent. It's been sitting out a while. Or no, does onion mellow as it sits, or does it get worse? I forget. Either way, my breath reeks. I'm gonna be popping Altoids like M&Ms. I guess well, I don't know. I was just thinking about Meet the Clumps, where he says I'm gonna pop a Viagra like Tic Tacs or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, y'all have a good one. This is Royce Miller. I'm outie.
It's gonna be. You never got it never gave you a copyright thing for this music? 'Cause I see you put on here music promoted by Freestock. It never like said it was their music on your copyright thing? I don't know what music is, man. Oh. Oh shit. Damn it, look. I don't know what it is, man. Try to keep this one copyright free. Asian music on to it. I know I have the copyright too. I don't know how Asian it actually is, so the Ninja Path, what it's called. Aliens might link it up. That. Wood. That's what it is. Wood, man.
It's fucking wood. Special wood.
Right there?
Special wood.
Why did they build this thing, dude? For the hell of it. Wait, what's copyright free? Yo, why is America's flag so low? What the hell's going on here? Why is the Jew flag so high? Why is the Jew flag one of the highest flags there? What the fuck's wrong with you, Thailand? What are they trying to say, huh? The Jews are better than Americans? Only built in the 80s. Oh. I thought it was like a centuries ago. It's just built as an observation or a tourist attraction, really. Yeah, man, that picture, it looked like it was in the jungle, dude. The way they do the picture for it every time, it seems, it makes it look like it's deep in the jungle. There's like a school with a soccer field right next door. What the fuck, bro? Like, that's the other side. The back side's gonna be all jungle. That our planet's so big that Thailand, even, you can look so far and all you see is Thailand. Like, it feels like Thailand's super tiny. Like, if you were that high up, you could see like the whole area. All of Thailand, the land of Thailand, the land of Thai. Because the people are so small, you know? They can fit them in a smaller area. They need to get as expanded. They can hold hands at a certain distance. Captain Planet! You gotta have the rings, though. 5 rings. I have one of them. Who's got the other 4? So we can do this shit. Lou, you still don't know what this is for? I don't know why they built it. They just built it. Yo, this really fucking elderly Asian lady just strolled past my place. I'm talking about like 99 years old, dude. Mr. Miyagi's grandmother just walked by at the same time as that outro happening. And that was true. Yo, connected to her. Can I go get her and capture her? She's mine now. I gotta catch them all. I'll be back. I'm gonna get away, man. I freaking dropped a whole thing of cat food, dude. I had to throw it away because it. I don't know. I didn't feel right feeding it to him after dropping it on the floor back near Simon's litter box. Not that the floor is like coated and I sweep it every morning, but still, like, there's cat litter dust all over the floor. Probably a little bit. I don't know. I feel like there's a bunch of bacteria on the floor, probably where the litter box is near, so I didn't feel right serving them. I could have just scraped it off the floor, put it back on the plate, and served it to them. I don't know. Alright, even though they're outdoor cats and they probably eat way worse shit than that. It took me a while to make another plate. Right, man. Whatever her owners are giving her, she does not like it near as much. Fancy piece. Pepe was waiting too. Where to today, Lou? Who's under the house? Dang it. I'm about to take another one out there right when she's done. Luckily she'll, well, maybe she'll leave some. I don't know though, it's the second time she's been to the plate. It seems that either she doesn't like what her owners give her at all, doesn't even eat it, or they don't give her near enough food, or this is the only place she eats. This Minecraft
Hey guys, I'm
Happy Meal.
Zero here.
What is McDonald's doing now to try to get people to buy their are people selling this shit on eBay? Okay, that is useless. Useless garbage. And it moved. Is that it? Cut. All set. Kids. Dude, your fingernails. Dueling protests. Whoa. It's happening now. Live.
Stay back away from her.
I'm here to listen.
Okay, you can hear. You don't need to hear anything they're saying to her.
I'm here with you. Are you okay?
Used to share. You know it's real. Dueling protests. Austin Metcalf stabbing. Oh shit! This is about the stabbing, dude. This is the kid. The football kid stabbing. Oh, they're still going on too. You can hear in the background. There's a thing going on.
So if I suddenly fall down, that's why. Yeah, somebody that can take my stuff. That person right there. Either one of those people.
Well, we're going to search first. That is the standard.
And some pills like Advil and no. I have an IFAC, I'm sorry, individual first aid kit. It's that bag right there. The backpack has the first aid kit.
Let's see what just happened.
Right now, who is people right now, Lord? We know you stand with us.
We got a Trumper van out there.
Against injustice. Problem. And don't be a coward to call it out. Not the main victim of racism. The white patriot and hero that stood shoulder to shoulder with me at the Capitol. Here we are again, 90 days after getting pardoned. 90 days standing again. Those who are fearful in the audience and in the crowd to stand. I did 4 years and 6 days incarcerated, mostly in the DC Gulag. I was never offered bond. I applied 3 times. I have no criminal record. I put millions of dollars in property and cash up. There is a man.
Can we watch this? Watch this whole thing.
People, right now, Lord, we know you stand with us.
Interesting.
We know you stand against
on
every
double
violence
time.
and every evil principality that would lift itself against you, Lord Jesus.
Crazy.
Okay? So guys, this is a story, but now we're addressing the crowd, so I shifted it before we had the stadium in the background where Austin Metcalf was murdered. Please reshare this link online right now, guys. Get this out to as many people as possible. Guys, this is the first time, I'd say, in American history, but as long as I've been alive, the white Americans and my brother black Americans, white Americans can stand up and stand out. We've been suppressed. We've been suppressed for generations. We've been moved to the back of the bus and told to sit down and shut up. Generations ago, there were people with this skin color. And now it's our people that are being brutally murdered. The justice system is failing us. And we're here to stand today against injustice, plain and simple. Righteous men of God are called to stand against injustice. And so today, black and white together, we're standing against black violence against white Americans. It's very statistics do not lie. The statistics do not lie. 350,000 white people were assaulted last year in America by black Americans. There is a prevalent gang culture. There is a prevalent gang culture in America. Give me a second. We have another camera here. I have to.
Oh, he's getting in trouble for telling the truth about this.
There's a prevalent gang culture. It's my laptop. There's a prevalent gang culture and violent hip-hop culture that has pervaded the young minds of black Americans in this country and turned them racist against their brothers who want nothing more than to lift them up, to live in peace with them, to love them, to be one party in the body of Christ. This has led to not just racism, but racism in action. People are dying. Stores are being smashed in. White people are being terrorized. Our country, the fabric of our country is changing right before our eyes. Donald Trump made one of his main campaign promises, immigration. These two problems are linked intrinsically. White people are not only disappearing in this country, becoming a minority in the land that we had, the land that our founding fathers carved out for us. But now, not only are we disappearing, but we are being attacked and murdered in the streets. These two problems are intrinsically tied, but today we're here to address and call for justice for Austin Metcalf, who was murdered in that stadium. His blood is wet on the stadium bleachers. His killer's home playing Xbox. This is injustice. Black, white, Asian, Puerto Rican, Spanish, whatever you are, recognize injustice and don't be a coward to call it out. Today, tens of thousands should have been here. We have a great crowd. But fear, there's hardly anybody here. But there is a spirit of fear that is not of God. There's a spirit of fear that is not of God that is pervaded our culture. We are fearful to walk on the streets. We're fearful to assemble. Yeah, right there in their cars. They're going to stand here because those assholes going to fire their jobs. That's the reason why. Another reason why this protest is Another reason why this protest. So when you tell me that white people are not the main victim of racism, that white people are not oppressed, not being put down, then tell me why they're in their cars right now, bullies, and they're the racists. Another reason why we're here today and why we're not going to stop. We're going to keep pushing this issue. There's nothing you can do to stop us. It doesn't matter if you try to stop us. Nothing you can do to stop us because this has been an issue for my entire life. My white family members and my white friends, where they've been put down, they've been treated like trash just because they're white. And there's so many people say, oh, it's not true, it's not true. It is true. I see it day after day, month after month, year after year, and I'm tired of the anti-white racism. I'm tired of the anti-white hate. I'm tired of the anti-white violence. I will stand on top of a damn bus and scream that we are going to end this shit right now. That's my brother Philip Anderson. Philip Anderson is a January 6th patriot and hero that stood shoulder to shoulder with me at the Capitol. Here we are again, 90 days after getting pardoned. 90 days standing again. Those who are fearful in the audience and in the crowd to stand. I did 4 years and 6 days incarcerated, mostly in the DC Gulag. I was never offered bond. I applied 3 times. I had no criminal record. I put millions of dollars in property and cash up. There is a man with just 20 knife who is home right now, who is murdered, a member of this community in Frisco, Texas. For 2 weeks, his blood has been on those bleachers, and nobody has stood up in support of him. Nobody has stood up in support of him. So we had to come in from Florida. We had to come in from Texas. There's not been a protest. There's not been a staged event. So violent. When these type of acts are crushing and killing people, white Americans are living in abject fear. This is tyranny. This is the tyranny our founding fathers warned us about. We are asking the American people, do not be silent on this issue. There was 350,000 last year. It'll be 400,000 next year. that generation, before we go, the voice of the black community, so we are here together. Before it's too late. Before violence escalates, violence on white Americans comes to a point where there is some type of friction that cannot be healed between the communities. Let's make a stand together now. Let's make a stand together today. I see right now, Antifa, Hamas, over there on the other side. That's what the police said. The police said the counter protesters were not supposed to be here. But they have to come here. They have to disrupt people. You will not scare us. You will not run us off. We're going to stand our ground and say exactly what we believe. All we have said is that it's wrong for white people to be killed. It's wrong for our white friends and family members to be killed. That's all we're saying. That it's wrong for violence and racism against white people. Just for saying that. They want to shut us down. They want to call us names. And that's exactly, once again, why we are here today. They're the bad guys, in case you didn't notice. Thanks for the fight. The fabric of our country will change. The racism problem will decline to such a place where we can't live in this country where it was evil Earthsboro. Out of many one. Americans want to be united. We want to live in harmony together. We don't want to have to run and separate the races just because the violence is so nasty and important. We are calling upon black Americans to condemn Carmelo Anthony, and demand that justice be served today. Demand justice be served today. There is a killer on the loose in Frisco, Texas. His name is Carmelo Anthony. He has a knife, and he's coming for your children next. At a peaceful track meet, our children are being slain, gunned down, and murdered. How can we not condemn this? How can we? Fear cannot live in the heart of patriots. I'm calling upon both parties, all races, all religions, to condemn Carmelo Anthony, the murderer that has been idolized by the violent black culture in America. Violent black culture is the reason why Austin Metcalf's family.
How many times did he stab him? Anybody know?
Violent black culture is the reason why young mothers are afraid to push their kids in strollers anywhere where it's not 80-90% white people. We need unity in this country. We don't need separation. We need peace and unity. The people that stand against that are the people who would have condemned Martin Luther King. He's on the side of the bus. That means that you're a student for standing against violence against anybody. One race perpetrates violence against every other race. It is untenable. Here are the numbers. Here are the numbers. 350,000 white Americans were assaulted by black Americans last year in America. 74,000 black Americans were assaulted by white Americans in America. But here's the kicker. That's not enough. If those stark number differences aren't enough. White Americans are 200 million in America. Black Americans are 50 million. That is a 4 times difference. If we adjust the numbers, there would be 15,000 assaults white on black. 350,000 assaults black on white. If those numbers do not scream injustice, if those numbers do not scream.
I'm at 22:14. Refresh it. Again. My internet just went down.
We're going to take a little bit of heat. We're going to take speed. And these two
Where the fuck
to not
was
just
I?
racism, but racism in action. Like 300 up and speak out. We have been suppressed.
I have no fucking
This is the
idea
first
where I was at now.
Donald Trump not only have a great crowd, but fear.
Right here, right?
Father in heaven, open up your eyes. By the blood of Jesus Christ, heal our country. Heal this divide. Of the law, ask yourselves this question. Ask yourselves this question. God bless America.
It's around here, right?
Thank you, thank you. Ask yourselves this question. Why were
I don't
a group
remember.
of 95% white people the January 6th?
Oh, he was looking at that.
You are blind, and I ask God, my Father in heaven, to open up your eyes. By the blood of Jesus Christ, heal our country. Heal this divide.
Yeah.
Some disruptors here. First of all, police are handling it professionally. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. We wish the Capitol Police would have responded in kind. We wish the Capitol Police would have kept us safe instead of murdering us. Thank you, Frisco Police Department. We back the blue. We stand for constitutional rule of law. We stand for equal application of the law. Ask yourselves this question. Ask yourselves this question. God bless America. Thank you, thank you. Ask yourselves this question. Why were a group of 95% white people the January 6th ones that were persecuted? Because there were every race, color, creed, and stripe there. But the ones that came after, 95% white arrest. Why were the January 6th prisoners, by and large, not given
sorry.
bail? I spent
I can't see it. Can you? Here you go.
900 days solitary confinement. I have no injury. I have no injury on my case. I did not injure a human being. Carmelo Anthony has admitted to plunging a knife into the chest of an unarmed child. He's at home 12 days later. Is this not disparity, injustice? Is this not unequal application of the law? Is this not a perversion of everything that we stand for as Americans? I say it is. Those who would be against that... They live with themselves for a long time. How can they live with themselves? Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We have supporters. We have supporters. The drama will not overshadow our message. Austin Metcalf's blood is calling for justice today. And God is the avenger. God will bring justice and retribution upon the murderer of Austin Metcalf. And we need it today, not 3.5 years from now, when this media stunt legal team produces more fiascos and pushes the case off and off and off. We've seen it. I spent 4 years. I never was afforded trial. Do you think it's right for Carmelo Anthony to sit in his home comfortable for the next 4 years. How can you stand with such an injustice? Lock him up. If we don't set the standard, if we don't stand against this standard,
it was just quiet.
Justice today. Justice. Some of you guys have noticed, man. It's kind of sad, honestly. So the entire time that Jake was speaking, cars been going by, and they're waving to us and saying we support you. We count at least like 20 of them. It's like, what are you so afraid of? Why don't you just come and hang out with us? Why are you staying here? They're afraid because they're white. They're afraid because they're white. Racism and violence against white people. That isn't true. It's not true. Then why are these guys driving? Look, they're driving by right here. They won't come over here because they're afraid. Because they're white. More white people over there in their cars. They're afraid to come out and stop people and stand here because they're white. So once again, I want to push the point really strongly. White people truly are the main victim of racism in America today. I mean, seriously. Back in the day, it used to be that black people were having to hide in their homes. They're not able to come out and assemble. They're sitting outside. They get arrested. They lose their job. Bad things are happening to them. And now what's happening to the white people? They're afraid to come out because they're afraid that they will.
It's very interesting, the point that he's making with that. White people are afraid to get out and protest against, like, shit like that. They think that we don't have the right, because we're the majority, right? But are they, like, how close are they to being the minority in this town? You know, like, this is where are they at? Frisco, Texas. Let me look at Frisco, Texas. Oh, it is 50% white there, but 35.1% Asian. That's interesting. 9.2% black, 10.9% Hispanic. Super Asian community, Texas. Expecting their blacks to be a more higher percentage.
Lose their job. They're afraid that they experiencing violence, the victim of violence. They're afraid that they will be banished from their community. So that's why we have to do this. And these idiots over here, literally supporting a murderer. This kid killed a child. Carmelo Anthony killed a child. And these idiots over here support him killing an innocent child. You are the racist. We are against murder. Doesn't matter if it's a black person, a white person, or a polka dot person that gets stabbed. It's wrong. Normally, they talk about a member of our community, a child, a little kid in our community getting stabbed to death. The fact that we get stabbed to death. The fact that we can't even assemble.
I can't believe there wasn't a video. I can't believe there wasn't a video of this, dude. The way kids all want to fucking pop their phones out and record everything for World Star. I think there is. Gotta be.
He's in jail right now. Due process! Due process! Keep me in jail right now. You better believe you stab someone, you're not getting out of jail. And that's the true racism. The racism of low expectations. It's okay to black people.
It's just not public, I bet.
What was that last thing you just said?
Cops locked that shit down probably so they didn't post it.
I'm a lifelong Dallas Texan, turned whistleblower. I've worked at T-Mobile for 17 years. Nobody will help me. Everybody just come down here. We got people from Florida coming out here dividing Frisco for their movement. But like, dude, no politicians care about us. The right doesn't care about us. The left doesn't care about us. It's time we the people start supporting people. I appreciate it. I
don't think the Apple River stabbing videos came out until the trial either. Remember, all the videos started coming out, and that's when I found out about. Like, I remember the Apple River stabbing video came out on Reddit, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And then I realized it was like the second day of the trial, and that's why it had been posted to Reddit. And first day of the trial, so it had just started, so that's why we started watching that one, because it was like, "Whoa, this just happened. This is gonna be a major trial." So I bet they have that video, dude. They're not letting the public see it because they don't want to taint the jury.
He'll be accountable when I say something that's false. When you say what's wrong, it wasn't true. He'll be accountable. And for so long, people are afraid to tell other black people to hold them accountable. To tell them what you're doing is wrong, what you're supporting is wrong, what you're pushing is wrong, what these white people is wrong. For so long, people have not been able to do that because they've been afraid. And that's why we're here today. We're here to hold each other accountable. It's a fight for justice. And nothing that anyone says against us will stop us. want me to stop me. I love all Americans. I love white Americans. I love black Americans. I love Hispanic Americans. I love all Americans. And it doesn't matter who was that track near where the skin color was. They get stabbed. They get stabbed. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna stand up. Remember my community. But again, then they need to go to prison. They need to go to prison right now. They kill one shot. Then they go. I got here about my friend Jake. We're going to too long.
Yo, it's homeboy. Remember him?
Guys, being an
Dude,
American,
he got his tooth
we
broken
allow evil to
in
take root.
San
We don't
Francisco.
stand against it. It's only us to blame. When this country devolves into degenerate land without moral backbone, without God. God has sent us here today. God has sent all people to gather together. I see creeds and colors of all people to condemn violence against what devolves into degenerate land traded against us. And Philip, on the judges abuse of power, we condemn them. When the judges make mistakes, we call them out. The power, we condemn them. When the judges out. This is what makes us American. Not being blindly following any ideology other than what Father God has written in our hearts. Which is judge other than what Father God has written in our hearts. Which is justice, peace, and unity amongst brethren. And share the values of Americans right now. Illegal immigrants. The immigrants. Years ago, a problem in this country. Anymore, it's a standard, gentlemen. Ladies, anymore, it's a standard, gentlemen. Ladies, live up to it. If you trying to stand against evil, you are not American. Live up to it. If you stand against evil, you are not American. This is what it means to be an American. The rest of you do not understand. When these rights are not understand. When these rights are not free in any other country in the world. The white people were being murdered in the streets of Ireland.
What? When his fancy they dropped him? Did they really? The black dude lost his original lawyer?
I'm standing here today condemning it. Condemning at home. Fight for it at home. Disengage, brother. Disengage. Disengage.
That's interesting. I would think even if they were going to lose, they would want to take it for the publicity. Wow. Really interesting. You sure he didn't fire them?
She got assaulted. She got assaulted. You're not supposed to be here. You know you're not supposed to be here. You know you're not supposed to be here. The black man is telling you. You are not supposed to be here. You are not invited to this event. You're here. Oh my God.
I mean, even if they know they're going to lose, that would be publicity for their law firm to show how tactfully they prosecute or they defend a case. It's a losing case. I mean, that's kind of a bitch move to back out. I'm gonna rewind. I'm gonna slow it down to normal since they're getting off now.
Stop. Back up. Oh yeah, he's down. He's down. Oh yeah, get his ass. Get his ass. Get his ass. Get his ass. Beat his ass. Stay back. Back up. What the fuck? Oh, you're so big. Oh, that's
crazy. Dude, do you hear this stupid wannabe Butch Dyke over here pushing up against the sergeant as if she's gonna do something, like she's a badass, like she just got out of fucking Fight Club or some shit. She's ready for round 2.
Stay back. Back up.
This dumb cunt.
Oh, you're so big. Oh, that's crazy.
Are you fucking serious right now? Man, can we go back to the days when cops could fucking hit you with a fucking one of them fucking leather lead things? What are those called? Slapsticks or something? Carry them. They had a piece of leather with lead inside of it. They were allowed to smack you with it. You weren't doing. Hey, get out of here, kid! To do that again.
He tweaked out. What do you even do?
No, not a baton. Never is it a baton. It's let me see. Leather and police. Leather sap. Boston leather sap impact weapon. Blackjack. That's what they were called. Blackjacks. Oh, and saps.
It didn't feel like an accident. You about tripped me.
I have no idea if I was playing. I saw the mace with my eyes, but I don't think I was a sapper. I can't tell.
We're gonna stand you up, okay? 1, 2, 3, up. Hey, my camera went down somewhere.
Spray
was coming out. I was playing and plus I was spitting.
You heard?
Did you see where the original arrestee went? All right, hey, we gotta get more people there. They're going over there. Oh.
Say that to called SAPs.
I'm here to listen.
Okay, you can hear. You don't need to hear anything they're saying to her.
I'm here with you. Are you okay?
Ladies and gentlemen,
I have my phone in this pocket and I have. Yes,
Black lawyers didn't want the case.
yeah, that's it.
Alright. To do with this, with it.
It's happening.
There's the
I have a bad left knee. I have knee braces on both my knees because my left knee keeps going back. So if I suddenly fall down, that's why.
Oh, I see. Somebody asked about what.
That person right there.
Even crazier, the black lawyers dropped it though.
And some pills like Advil and prescription. No. I have an eye patch. I'm sorry.
That's why they arrested her, because of her knife.
Bag right there. The backpack has the first aid kit. It has scissors in it. Because it's part of the first aid kit.
We have a car ready? Let's just start. Over there. Right here. Okay, thank you. You're good. You said you're with. I'll take her.
Hey, don't tell Master Cole.
Oh, yeah.
Can you give it to somebody?
I'll just stay back a little bit, okay? Thank you. Don't mind if you record or whatever, just stay back.
I haven't been arrested in...
Yeah, I would give it in.
No, not because of pepper cake. You already got it. It could be handed to somebody. Yeah, just give it to somebody, please.
Wait, who do you want us to contact?
My roommate.
Hey, I'll be returning if you want me to.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. I have your hearing aids on because I'm really fucking hard of hearing.
She's got a knife in this bag.
Take her mask off. What the fuck are they waiting for?
You said all this within.
Why are they leaving her mask on?
You know who this is. Wow, she brought a knife to this place with his kid.
That's fucked up. They keep her mask on her. If that was a Republican, they would have ripped that bitch off and let everybody
She brought a
see.
knife to the scene of that stabbing. Makes you wonder what she had planned. Purple hair is pretty clear.
You're such a...
Yeah, I'm a lot taller than you are. I'm sorry, lady.
touch him.
Yeah, don't touch me. Sorry.
I'm not.
I know, it's ineffective. Don't issue before it happens, that's all. Just back up. I'm just telling him, set the guidelines, all right? Where's the camera? There we go, there you go. What about... We gotta search this one, too.
I have rights just like you have rights, okay?
Are you waving at the camera? What are you doing? You're not even in the shot right now. Come on, be serious. Come on. Thank you.
What the?
And my pepper sprayed you. Where's the pepper?
Who did it?
I assume this was the next one. My pepper sprayed you. Where's the pepper?
You're having a fun day, huh?
Where is it?
Is this what you thought was going to happen today?
Where's the pepper spray? You claimed on camera that you got pepper sprayed by me. Where's the proof?
Old.
You want to come back here and file a police report on it? Where are you going?
Because they were here on the 8th. That's why.
Oh, there's another one on the other side there.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Okay.
I would expect them to investigate before they cart somebody off.
Yeah, not too straight.
Just like
Alright, gone. Zoom zoom.
This is exactly what I'm thinking. Something like that.
Yeah, right.
Could happen here. I hope so. I literally don't know. Well, you can rewind on my live.
January 6th, pay my legal bills, something to get a new job. This guy's done so much for me, it's not even funny. This is back in the games and nobody else. But he would not have made it.
Look right, yeah.
Unfortunately, today, what happened to us,
Just FYI, say whatever you want, but no, yeah. It's like, consider there to be a live wire task every time.
What is that all about? This guy would start this whole thing, right?
Did you see what happened? I was a little distant. From your perspective, what just happened?
Right now,
That was her? Yeah, the thing was, well, yeah, now there's two arrests. I saw the second one.
So she started getting Olivia about stuff. He said something like, well, you know, I'm here to peacefully protest. She started getting into derogatory, and then she pulled out the pepper spray and just started spraying them.
What we look like. We are far,
and there you go.
far
and then they find she's got a knife on school property.
Because those people over here,
that's a good.
I want to be clear. I was distant, so I really didn't hear the dialogue that led up to it.
If you want the
As
footage,
she was being pulled away, the words she said out loud to the cops were, "He threatened me." Did you hear? Did you hear the exchange? What did you?
No threats whatsoever. Right now, is threatening shut your mouth. Is threatening mind your own business. Now, did he threaten her with physical?
We cannot be silent anymore. We have to get loud.
Did he say those things? I mean, just do you remember what the last things he said were?
The last thing he said was, "Get away from me."
Is it okay?
That's the last thing he said.
If more of us had
But if you want, I can get the actual footage.
And said, no,
if you have it.
You can't do this to my white friends.
I told him I'm in the motorhome, right?
Members.
Okay, yeah.
That's my motorhome. You got my brochure?
I do have your brochure.
Okay, so that's my number. Text me, and I'll get you.
Your mic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll get you the
I'll text you after.
But out of fear, the same fear for the reason why people circling the event.
Well, actually, while I have you here, why did you bring the MAGA bus here?
Well, actually, great question. And it's really, we'll call it MAGA, Make America Great again, right? But at the end of the day is Hiroshima, Martin Luther King, Kennedy, Trump, the towers, and what it represents is, you know, whether you're whatever persuasion or you're trying to get your point across, it's okay. Vote for who you want. Don't make me out to somebody I'm not because you don't agree with me. Go agree with yourself and go do your own thing. It's okay. But to say I'm a racist, to say I'm something and you don't even know me is ridiculous. I would never say that about any one of you. I don't know. And I don't know your political persuasion. And honestly, I don't really care. You have the right, and they died, so you could vote, you could vote, you could vote. And even actually, crazy woman vote,
push back hard,
right?
And
But she's went about it the wrong way.
Because right now we're kind of like at 0%.
That's the guy.
Or maybe like 5% on that pushback against the anti-white racism. People are afraid to push back on it for fear of, you know, getting attacked, getting called racist. But here's the thing, guys, we're stronger together. We stand together. You know, white people and black people who support their white brothers and sisters, and also Hispanic Americans and Asian Americans. We all stand together with our white brothers and sisters and say, no, you're not going to treat our friends and family like this just because they're white. If we push back hard together, then it will not go like that any longer. Yeah, there's going to be, people are going to have a little bit of pain. Some white people are going to take some hits. Some of black people like me who stand together with white people, we're going to take a little bit of heat. We're going to take some heat, and that's all right. That's that good heat. That's that righteous heat. That's that I'm doing the right thing. The Lord is watching me heat. That's that the devil can come for me, but he can never take my soul. That's that type of heat right there. And that's why I'm proud to be here today. I've never been, this is honestly the best protest I've ever been to because of what we're standing up here today, what we're standing up for. There's nothing more important than standing up for my family members and standing up for my friends. There's nothing more important than that. And that's why I will not back down for any reason. Doesn't matter what you call me. Doesn't matter what you try to say about me.
Could you tell us what happened? Because we missed the beginning.
I need that to be the mindset that every single person has here. I want y'all to push that mindset.
I was telling her to be quiet and respect our peaceful protest. And she said, I will not shut up. And sprayed me. And apparently she had a knife and was going to stab me. She had a knife? Yeah, that's what I was told by that man over there. Said police said she had a knife, was going to stab me. But I'm not going to sit down or back down from someone who's disrupting this protest of this social injustice right here.
I don't think she was going to stab him. I'm sorry, dude.
And belongs in prison.
Sides are fucking retarded sometimes.
Not a GoFundMe account to get him out of prison.
He was gonna stab me.
Get him bonded out and buy their family a new house.
And where are you coming in from?
Carmelo Anthony came to this track
from Garland.
With the same ill intentions.
Garland, Texas.
Everybody remember me? She was gonna stab me.
She walked away from the police. She kind of tried to like blame you. What
remember me?
She's a liberal.
I'm a martyr. Guys, I was almost a martyr. I was almost a martyr for the cause. Remember that. Remember me. Remember me. Not economically viable.
To steer our event as a violent event. You okay, brother?
I'm fantastic. I came here and I was like, something's gonna happen here. So she hairsprayed me.
We were here. We defended our country. We again here today were attacked by violent hatred ideology. They pervaded the minds of liberal leaders who would come here to disrupt the First Amendment advocates and those who would stand against white violence against perpetrated by black people in this country. So, guys, I'm so grateful that we can come out here today, the American people, for the first time since Donald Trump's January 6th event, come together and stand together again. Do you realize that they tried to take this right from us? They tried to make you fearful of ever standing out and carrying signs of American flags and protesting. That's what January 6th was, and we're back, we're out. We will be doing more protests. We will be standing up against every injustice, against every word that proceeds to stand against the word of God. More protests, more peaceful stances. They tried to steal our right from us to stand against evil. They tried to make you fearful that there was going to be feds, that there was going to be violence. There was no violence on our side. There was no hatred on our side today. They came with hatred and ill intentions, and we stood peacefully. He did not attack that woman after he was attacked. He recoiled. He recoiled. Let history show. Today we were peaceful. Today we stood against what has been. And look, there's a young black man with a jersey on the back of it that says Anthony. There is a young black man in the crowd with a jersey on the back of it that says Anthony. May Jesus Christ heal your heart. May Jesus Christ find you in your need.
Say Melo, three-time Olympic gold medalist, fourth all-time NBA all-time leader, New York Knicks. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a Knicks fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't believe you, buddy.
Say Melo.
You came here knowing exactly what you're doing. I know hatred for the man wearing that jersey, but I have to say, is that right there? That man wearing that jersey with Anthony's name on it? Is it Carmelo Anthony scored some kind of point for one second?
No, I'm a Knicks fan. I'm from New York.
That right there.
I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a Knicks fan.
Let's speak out. Let's put a question until people know we're afraid.
That's fair.
Oh, okay.
What do you think of him calling him out from the stage there or whatever? I think it's funny that he's like, black people, he's like, we're against black people doing crimes, white black men talking. I think that's really
very unique, very unique.
Love to see it.
What was you think of him calling you out from the stage there or whatever?
I think it's funny that he's like, black people, he's like, we're against black people doing crimes, white men black men talking. I think that's really contrary. That's really odd.
I just still don't understand what the fuck you're saying. You're mumbling, asshole.
Or whatever.
I think it's funny that he's like, black people, he's like, we're against black people doing crimes, white men black men talking. I think that's really contrary. That's really odd. Very unique, very unique. Love to see it.
What was
whatever, dude? You're full of shit
kind of
because
said
you.
what he thought your intention was. What is your intention being out here?
Correctly.
Like I just said, I've loved Melo since he came to the league. A big Q's fan. Like I said, I'm from New York. Big Syracuse fan. Always been watching Melo. 3 gold medals. One of the best scorers in NBA history. Prolific scorer.
That hatred that lives in that young
It's like a black 4chaner.
No jokes. There's no joke. There's no joke.
The murder.
Those are rare.
Senseless life being taken. This was a life senselessly taken.
I guess he said he's a fan of yours.
I'm
stuck.
His friends who got him into 4chan.
Remember what it was like?
Can I watch past one?
Yeah, that's fine. Your whole life ahead of you.
I really appreciate your work.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. In your heart, gone, vanished.
Oh!
It vanished in a blink of an eye.
Yeah. I'm not. It's pointed that way. I'm not going to touch. I just want to say I really appreciate your work. Yeah. Hey, thank you. Reach out to me sometime. I'd love to talk to you sometime. Thank you. Yeah.
Put in a pedestal in the black community is the same culture that is causing
No. These are gonna start picking up, dude.
Yeah, no way. I don't get that. That's not like a racial thing, right?
Yeah, we're kind of confused.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. So tell me in the motorhome.
Goals.
So you identified her.
It's a cool
same
motorhome.
culture that has white people
What brand is it?
thinking that they're going to be fired.
So let me tell you what the motorhome is. Make it easy.
He has no fear of that.
On the back Constitution.
They're not going to pull any college scholarships. They're not going to make any judgments.
No. I have a 3-time Olympic gold medalist on my jersey.
Okay.
He's named after.
We know what
Martin
He's
Luther
named after.
So he's not getting deep.
I mean, he's just named after him. I mean, I'm just wearing Melo. This is Melo.
Okay. So Iwo Jima Constitution. Iwo Jima. Martin Luther King. Here we go. No interview.
I'm
sorry. Too much conflicts. I gotta be alert.
So do I. Yeah. Martin Luther King, Kennedy,
Celebrates black violence on white people. But the other way around, we end up with no rights and thrown away, locked away, as it should be. As it should be if it were the other way around. If there were white violence on blacks, as it should be. Condemn that young man. Condemn that young man and all of the people that he showed up with. Promote white violence over there. That's an evil ideology. Brokenness.
Dude, if this goes to court, it's gonna be one of them things, you know? It gets people to start hitting the streets, I bet. Which is gonna go to court. because politicians want it to go to court.
Well, I'll tell you this, I'm from Cali.
The fallenness of this country. We don't make a stand today.
You could always plead out, but they're going to convince him to take this to court. It's too important. Political cause.
Beautiful white culture that made America great. The Christian American Judeo.
Dems are going to be using the shit out of this dude.
Exemplified by the white community that made America great will disappear. We're not saying it's all good. Very great.
I think it's something better.
Peace. Go to a white neighborhood and see what I'm talking about.
Like if they get another case that's more, it's going to be more winnable for them. They're going to take that one instead, and this dude's going to be who? You know, he'll still be a little something, but if they get something better, they're going to take that one instead for sure. It'll be the new. Oh my god! Like if a George Floyd all of a sudden happened again, something like that, or the video of dude being tortured or whatever. Boom! This dude will be a distant memory.
Let's lift up the standard.
Because the case, I think, is so cut and dry, they can't use it as well. He's actually at fault. Right now, they can use it because the video's not out there yet. It's just like before the body cam footage comes out, oftentimes the people are much more pissed off than afterwards when they see that, hey, the cops actually did have a reason to pull their guns. Right now, they don't have proof that he didn't have a reason not to stab the guy, so they're using it as much as they can. They're going to. As soon as the trial starts, though, like it might not be as useful to them, because once the video comes out, people are going to be like, "What the fuck?" But right now, they can still use it. Get people all riled up. Yeah, it was self-defense, man. Self-defense, sure. Poor guy. Ruined his life for nothing. He saved a kid's life when he was younger. Drowning. Here.
Race of people in this country. We can't allow. But anyways, we must lift up our brothers. We must stand beside them.
Same shit happened with George Floyd. All we saw was the footage from the person's phone. We didn't get to see all the bullshit the cops had to deal with, struggling with him, trying to get him in the car and shit. How an ass he was. How hard he was making it on everybody. All we saw was that video from the. So that allowed the whole world to get up crazy about it.
Ancestors. If we all behaved that way, we all would be dead because we all would kill each other. That's why that's a poisonous ideology to have. Look to the man next to you, and that man is willing to stand with you. He's willing to treat you with
If there was a video out there that showed
dignity, then that man is your brother, he's your friend, he's your family.
he had the right to stab him, we would see it. We'd have seen it already. It would have gotten out.
That's what we're trying to aim for. We're trying to get our fellow black Americans to go back to that. Go to back to that mindset.
It would have gotten it out because then they would have been able to use that. The riots would have probably already started.
But now, even though most racism against black people in America is gone, now black people have been supercharged in their hatred against white people. Not just black people, there's also Hispanic people and Asian people and all kinds of people. Even lots of white people. Okay, so this is my pretty much all the counter protesters are white. So we gotta be honest about that, guys. Okay, all right, thank you. But yeah, that is the goal. Our goal is a positive goal. Our goal is what's best for America, what actually everyone deep down really wants. Except for the people who are the real racists, who want to wipe out their white race and genocide the white race, which is actually their goal. Our goal is...
I heard that was a rumor, though, that they got a new house. Supposedly they haven't gotten any of the money yet, is what they're saying. Last I heard, they have to wait to be able to withdraw it. I don't know. Gibson Go? Or is there both a Gibson Go and a GoFundMe? I couldn't find one or the other. Like, I couldn't find two different ones for him. I tried looking.
Just to live together and to focus on things like, you know, getting rid of the income tax, lowering the tax, getting crime as low as possible, or making crime non-existent in all of our communities. You know, true representation in Congress and Senate, safety, architecture, those are our goals. That's what we care about. We don't want to put down any race, but when one race is truly being targeted, when one race is being neglected, when they're getting put down, we're not going to stand here and pretend like it's not happening just because it's inconvenient, just because some idiots will show up and call you names and hold up some stupid-ass racist signs, just because some moron will come on over here with a jersey with the name of a killer on it, with the name of a murderer on it. Yeah, you're not scaring us away. We're not afraid of you, big dog. We're not afraid. But yeah, that is why we're doing this, because it is truly the right thing to do. And no matter what any of these people say, no matter what they hold up, no matter what they're wearing on their shirt, it does not change the fact that we are right and they are wrong. No matter how much they try to intimidate us, no matter what they say, it doesn't change the fact that we are right and they are wrong. It's pretty simple, right? Murder is wrong. It's actually one of the biggest felonies, you know? It's one of the worst things you can commit, so it's pretty clear that we're in the right here. Like, honestly, it's really not that complicated at all. But yeah. Thanks, Philip. Yes, this is the ideology. Yes, you may.
I don't know anything about this case, the details of this case, but I do know there was a man that was just pepper sprayed by violent leftist extremists. Why are these people not talking about that? He's going to say a couple words to the crowd today, guys. He has a right to speak. He's just violently assaulted, still standing. What's your name, brother? Austin. God bless you, Austin. Thank you for standing with us. Austin Hunter. He shares the same name as the victim of another victim and the father. So how long has it been? Awesome.
Oh, good morning, man. Here.
All right, that pepper spray was nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I will be pressing charges on her. Thank you. So when you've been down to lift someone up and help them, you're bending yourself down. Why does it have to be down? Why can't you be up too?
One frame ignites another. Thank you, Austin. Thank you, Austin, for standing strong.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you, brother. I support you, bro.
I was expecting something like this.
Yeah, unfortunately, they come with evil intentions.
Yeah, and I needed a cigarette after that, and the cigarette I got was an American Spirit cigarette. My favorite brand. Come show me I'm a pussy. I just got pepper sprayed and I'm standing up here.
I mean,
you won't do a bitch ass thing because Democrats are soft as shit.
They want to try to stir us up and cause this event to turn into something that it was not meant to be. A violent type of altercation was not what we came here for. They started it. We de-escalated it, is what we should do. That's how we act. That's the American standard. Guys, we're asking the police right here to remove this guy from the area that we're staging. He has another area. This is a disruptor. And
I'm not disrupting anything. He is not a disruptor. You're free to proceed with your production.
He is not disrupting
your production.
Your presence.
I'm not doing anything
celebrating
wrong.
A murder.
I'm not doing anything
Your presence
wrong.
is celebrating a murder.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Why would you?
Carmelo Anthony, one of the greatest scorers.
Come on, that's just
He's a murderer.
That's so low. That's lower than the lowest filth
not
I've
have
ever
any
seen. Can you
talk about
please
why
ask God to enter your heart right now?
Why you even give the guy attention?
Jesus, and He wants to know you. Jesus Christ can save you right now. You can be delivered from the demonic energy that is pervading your heart.
Just lift your hand up, say, God, forgive me of my sin.
Forgive me of my sin.
Jesus Christ, enter my heart.
Jesus Christ, enter my heart.
And I will take this jersey off right now, Lord, to
and I will
glorify
celebrate
you.
the 3-time gold medalist.
I will take this jersey
Carmelo
off right
Anthony.
now in the name of Jesus. I will take this jersey off right now in the name of Jesus and condemn
You're not a
Carmelo
prophet.
Anthony
You're not a
for
prophet.
murdering Austin Metcalf.
You're not a God. You are not a
Carmelo
God.
Anthony for murdering Austin Metcalf and ask and demand upon the judge to revoke his bail. Do you want that murder in your neighborhood? Do you want that man plunging a knife into?
What am I doing? No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
You know
Would you sit down?
Get this guy out of here. Agitator, bro. Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Birch. That's the.
Real good at playing stupid.
Yeah, you know, it's the guy looks pretty young. You know, I get it. He's immature. He's thinking it's all a game. But there's certain things you just don't joke about. I'm a big jokester myself, but there's certain things you don't joke about. I've seen people die in my life.
He's got a Carmelo, and this is the face of racism right here.
The
This is the face of racism right there.
A young kid.
That is the face of racism, ladies and gentlemen.
When I saw a woman die right in front of me, I realized this shit ain't no joke. It's not something to tell jokes about. It's not something, you know, to make fun of.
No.
So he's immature. And don't blame all black people. Don't put all black people down. I mean, that's because okay, you know some moron came over here wearing a jersey. I'm not counting on it. Don't hate all black people for that. Don't think all black people.
You're right.
Because I know.
Okay,
so
okay, top 3 streamers on Kick. We got
hatred and violence towards white people. And there's going to be people who take advantage of that. And they want to push actual racism, actual white supremacy. I want to make it very clear. That's
okay, number 1, we'll do Big Loaf. Big Loaf.
Oh, I fuck with Big Loaf.
Hey, Big Loaf.
We fuck with Big Loaf.
Hey, Big Loaf. Shout out. Hey, I never forgot you. Wow. Big Loaf, number 1. Number 2, we'll do.
Wrong. Against any group is wrong. The violence against any group is wrong. That's not that you're those black people
trying to pop off as a kick streamer, apparently.
Say that it is wrong. We cannot be silent anymore.
That's the best of the best over there.
In America, all the Hispanic people, all the Asian people.
It's like a 4chan streaming service.
This is wrong. We felt it's necessary to stand up because of how often this kind of thing happens. We cannot tolerate this anymore. As a matter of fact, racism against white people is the only racism that seems to be tolerated in this world right now. And that's why we have to start standing up against it before it continues to ravel out of control like it did here not too long ago with Austin Metcalf and in many other places as well. It's time to end this, guys. It's time to end this hatred. It's time to end this racism. It's time to end, you know, people acting like it's a joke when their own neighbors, their own friends are killed. Someone in this man's community was killed. He thinks it's a joke just because the man was
some of his heart medicine.
That's a real issue, guys. It's a real problem. We need to come together and talk about, stand up for, and speak out against. Guys, we're so grateful that you were moved in your heart by God to be here today, that you were brave enough to not let fear control your lives. It's a beautiful thing to be in America, to exercise our rights, to stand out against injustice. They don't have this right in Europe. People are being arrested for praying outside abortion clinics. People are arrested in Ireland for asking illegal immigrants, speak Irish, this is Ireland. They're being arrested for exercising their First Amendment rights. If we don't use these rights that God has afforded us now to call out the injustice, then we will lose the birthright of America, freedom. Freedom is precious. It's worth
I don't think the cops understand what
I
he's saying.
sacrificed 4 years of my life for freedom.
Let's go. Ollie, what's up?
Where is free?
He's over there.
For American liberty.
Hey, Ollie.
This is American liberty.
Hey,
Against
what's up?
violence perpetrated predominantly black on white violence in America. We have liberty to be free. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The first one is life. Austin Metcalf had a right to his life that was taken by a violent, degenerate ideology. It is soaking through the core of the black community, and today we're asking
ask you, are you with these folks or with those folks? No, I'm just an American citizen. I hear. What we're trying to do is there like a war or something going on? No, we're trying to prevent any further disturbances or anything like that. So if we can separate the groups, that's what I'm trying to do. Wherever you want to put me, man. Yeah, I'm kind of like this border right here. Like this is probably you're right in the middle, huh? Like, it should be okay. Pop and lock it on.
With all the gangbangers of violence.
Booty pop for America. All right, we'll get for my pussy squirts for America. You know?
You were made for much more.
All right, that's what I'm saying. Hello. Any questions you'd like to ask me today? I'm with the Tech News Network. Chatting with the Tech News Network.
So, yeah, I guess what I'd ask is, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Live streaming.
Okay.
I just kind of show what goes on. But so, what are you? What are you trying to do?
I just put per capita on a sign, and then I said sponsored by Aryan Film Cell. She's my she's my financial backer. And you know, I'm just out here just, I don't know, showing up. What? Oh, you want to sniff it? No. You sure? Okay. So you know what they say? You can't resist hard truth wrapped in a good joke.
Even if they are too ashamed.
You know that?
And cowards stand for their own murders.
You can look her up on Twitter.
Stand with them. No,
Yeah, she's very famous. She's my financial backer. Yeah, she pays my bills. She sends me where I need to go. I'm kind of like her strong arm body man.
I get that you told the cops you're not with these guys.
Huh?
I get that you told the cops that you're like not with these guys. I'm looking at this. There's no way you're even remotely with these guys.
I don't have a problem with this guy. This guy's my brother.
Rise up.
Right?
Rise up.
We live in America, don't we?
I guess what I'm getting at is, are you trying to provoke something like with them by like standing?
Nice to everybody. If anything, I'm here trying to ease the tension. I'm like butter or like lube. You know what I mean? Like instead of getting anal hemorrhaging, you know, I'm gonna go there and like make it a fun night. You know?
Honor him. You have a
You know what I'm saying?
I don't normally take foot shots,
Hey,
but
please,
with the
by all
Pokemon
means.
sandals.
Would you like me to?
That was worth. You can do whatever you want. I'm not telling you to.
Yeah, they're pretty slag. Yeah, I get a lot of compliments on them everywhere I go. They're big fans.
You will fall for anything. This country was
They are
built
big
upon
fans.
men who stand.
Honestly, this jacket is pretty sexy though, right? You gotta give it to me.
Guys,
You gotta give it up to me.
counter-protesters are dissipating. It seems to be that there were no serious injuries here today. I pray that anybody who pepper sprayed heals quickly, that we can learn very quickly to not engage with the agitators. They want to rile up and to cause more division and strife.
Well, I think of like when 0.001% does 165.
Mischaracterize our
That's what I'm
movement.
thinking.
We are here in unity and love with Jesus Christ. Let's protect our white American population against violent black culture.
You know what I mean?
Condemn it with our voices and with every ounce and fiber of our being. We need to protect white Americans. We are on the menu. We are being predatorized. Please, in the name of Jesus, stand, make a post, share this on social media. Do something, or else you are to blame. If you don't stand against the problem, you are the problem. Amen. God bless America. Thank you guys for coming out today. I ask that the counter-protesters disperse without engaging the supporters of Austin Metcalf and the Austin Metcalf supporters and those who stand against black violence on white Americans, that we disperse without engaging these lunatics. Thank you guys so much for being here. God bless you. God bless you. Go in peace. Find Jesus. And let's restore the goodwill. Let's lift up the communities that have been so lost and misled for so long. God bless you. Thank you, Philip. Thank you, Austin. Thank you, guys. God bless America. We're wrapping up right now, brother. We're talking a little bit. God bless you guys. Freedom isn't free. Freedom isn't free. Fight, fight, fight!
I heard that when you wear headphones on your head like this, it'll cause an indent in your head. Is that true? Am I at risk for brain damage by doing it like this, or should I like hold it like this, you know? No one showed up!
Dear racist, I'm Native American. Are you going to tell me to hop out of the melting pot? I'm Native American. What am I going to
She's like the she's like her kind of person. I'm racist. I have a black friend. That's like her kind of comment. You ever had anybody say that to you before? I'm racist. I have a black friend. Has anybody ever heard that like sentence before? Is that like new treaded ground? I'm just curious. I was hearing there would be 100,000 people here today.
Dude, I'm not racist. I fucked like 5-6 black chicks. You heard that one? Well, I have. Does that make me racist or less racist? Boom, boom, boom.
My job's pretty funny too.
I'm just friendly.
The only thing we have in common is we don't like Jews. Not gonna lie.
You guys are like,
your parents proud of you? You make $0.
It's called common concept.
Zero.
I can't hear you.
What's your job?
I can't hear you with your mask on.
You don't have a job.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, why are you
with a mask on? Why are you wearing a mask?
You're not starting a job.
No, I started smoking cigarettes because of COVID. I started smoking cigarettes because of COVID, actually.
Why you wear a mask because you don't stand behind your beliefs. You do not stand behind anything.
This is exactly why we didn't want to break. Because you're yelling at people picking fights. I told her, keep it light, keep it fun.
We're light, we're having fun.
Oh, I wish.
We're having fun. They just like Jews, and I don't. All right, I'll head out.
Sorry, what was that?
I don't like Jews.
Why not?
Because they run the world. Thank you. Leave me alone now.
Okay.
You got two separate groups. It's for analyzing different populations. So it's like it's finding us like the
world.
statistical probability of a phenomena happening in two different populations. Essentially per capita.
They are God's chosen people,
It's just a
bitch.
funny meme.
Maybe it's
Like,
okay
a
that they
lot of
run the
people
world.
Don't know what per capita means. So I put it on a sign because I was just like, who knows what per capita means?
Is your point that basically blacks commit like
No,
more
that's super racist. I would never say something like that. It's more like white people, I don't know, are like.
Okay, would you agree with me that white people commit more child pornography crimes than black people per capita?
I actually haven't looked at the numbers. I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Would you also agree with me
if I saw the numbers, I would say yeah, sure.
No,
but
would you also agree with me that white people commit more DWIs per capita?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, would you also agree
I don't know. I mean,
whites
you're asking me things that I have no
per
clue
capita.
about.
Would you agree with me on that?
I haven't looked at any of these
well,
things.
If you're gonna bring
no clue.
per capita sign out, at least.
No, I've already told you. I know what per capita is, but you're asking me about
facts, feelings, right?
Hold on.
You care about facts versus feelings, right?
We're trying to have a back and forth conversation. It feels like you're just trying to shove words in my mouth, which is fine.
Oh, well,
that's cool. I like having things shoved in my mouth, but not necessarily words.
Yeah, okay. My challenge to you.
Yeah, but here's the deal. No.
Look up
I made this sign.
Disorderly conduct. Child pornography.
Sir, there is no disagreement here. I am perfectly willing to agree with you.
So I want you to focus on your community.
No qualms, no issues agreeing with you if the numbers are true. I would be perfectly fine. We can pull up Excel, we can calculate all that. That is fine.
Okay, let's also talk about white on white crime.
So fine with
there
that.
was a Florida mass shooter.
We're changing topics now. We're moving the goalposts, man.
No.
I'm trying to tell you we agree.
Okay, how many white lives did that Florida?
Black percentage in USA is 14.4%. 3.4%. He said per capita, white people have higher DUI occurrences. So 14.4% are blacks in America. 14% of the DUIs in 2016 were black people, and 82% white people. It doesn't give it per capita. How to math on it. How does he know this per capita? I want to know if he's right about this. This guy doesn't have time to, but I do, because this protest isn't going to last all day. It's probably about to be fucking over. They're already wrapping up. Bro, I need to know. One study found that Black, Latino, and American Indian clients across treatment setting types were less likely than whites to complete treatment. And this is after getting a DUI. Disparities have also been observed in post-treatment outcomes. So minorities are less likely to do well with treatment or after treatment. So they're more likely to re-offend. Actually, they're more likely to reoffend because of that. So there's that. Study from the National Library of Medicine from from 2021. First says to examine whether racial or ethnic disparities in post-treatment arrests for driving under the influence exist among clients receiving outpatient treatment for an alcohol use disorder. So it's not really going into what I wanted to, but it's interesting that Latino men were less likely to report a DUI arrest compared with the white and American Indian men. Others found that Latino men were more likely to report a DUI arrest in their lifetime compared with white men. The number of drinks that cause impairment to be greater than whites, indicating they may be less likely to self-report driving under the influence and may be more likely to drive while impaired compared with whites. This is racist. Like, if just a lot of people will hear me even, like, say I didn't have this on the screen right now and I'm just reading this. If it's what I believe or whatever, they would hear that and think that I'm being a racist asshole because I'm comparing one race to another race and differences in them. They think that that's racism. That is new age racism, thinking that races are different in any way. If I think that you have that you're able to do things easier than me, or that you're not able to do things easier than me, both of those are considered me being racist towards you now. If I think that you're smarter than me because you're Asian, I'm now being racist. People think that. Even though Asians are known for having bigger brains and are known for being smarter because of that. But I'm now racist. Point out facts about anatomy. It's actually against TOS on YouTube.
mass shooter takeout. I don't even know. Did you post about a Florida mass shooter? Did you post about when did this happen?
Community guidelines.
It was like yesterday or 2 days. No, I pretty much I just post I basically worship this girl.
Yeah, I lost half the viewers, so they can suck a cock though.
I don't know. I don't live in Florida. I live in Texas. Why aren't you out there protesting that? I am. I'm saying sponsored by FemCell.
Bring your per capita sign out. What race is committing more school shootings per capita?
I'm not sure, but
yeah, that's your race.
Crack the number.
Okay.
Again, I don't look into things. I just think the meme is funny that nobody ever.
The thing is, though, this dude's bringing up all these other things. Where are most of the murders happening, though, is what I care about, with the statistics. If most of the murders in our country are happening in black communities and it's black on black crime, why does it matter? You're bringing up these small shits that, what about who does the most triangulations? Who does the most kidnappings per capita? It's who gives a fucking shit? We're talking about murder here. That's the top one, dude. Y'all are in the lead on the very pinnacle top, worst of the fucking worst one, dude. So all the other arguments with, what about this one in fucking per capita? It doesn't even matter, dude.
Fucking knows what it is on both sides of the
I'm
argument.
talking about the black dude that's arguing his.
Okay, I believe per capita technically means per person.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And so what you get is you divide the number of things occurring by the population size, and that gives you an operand that you can then multiply by 100,000, 10,000, 1,000. It gives you an idea of how many occurrences of whatever you can expect from a population of a different size. It's like a. I want to know. What is your agenda behind this per capita? To troll, bro. It helps you understand how many of an occurrence happens in two different population sizes.
13%, 52%, right?
What?
They make up 13% of the population, but account for 52% of the homicides. That's per capita.
What are you talking about? 13%. I don't even know what you're talking about, bro.
How is he such a fucking moron? How is he such a moron? Black people make up 13% of the population. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Per capita. Per capita, though. I'm a troll. Per capita, I'm just trolling, man. When did trolls get to be so fucking stupid? Smart trolls. Those are the good ones. I've always said that. The dumb ones, those get banned.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
That dude would get banned,
I don't even know what you're talking about.
There you go. You know what I'm talking about? Well, now do you know what I'm talking about? Boop. Bye, bitch. How are you going to come out with a per capita sign and not know the population of black people in the country?
Oh my god.
What the fuck? No!
You're here? Oh my, I didn't even know it was you. Who is that? Know who that is. Oh my god.
That's Shadical. I'm prolific.
Y'all don't even understand who that is.
I wish I did it.
Actually. I am prolific.
I know who this guy is.
I am the best person to ever come on the internet. Come on the internet, actually.
Yeah.
No innuendos, nothing like that. No, dude, what, you travel away from fucking. Bro, why'd you come here? There's like 2 people here.
Where's Daisy?
Can I switch sides?
That's a Groiper.
I know a lot of people.
What? He's a Groiper. He's Chatical on Twitter.
Yeah, I knew it.
It's like really bad.
Way bigger than this shit's ass.
He's like a guy. I like this guy. I like this guy right here. Yeah.
Never heard of him.
Let's go.
Good to meet you in person. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, bro. It's so funny.
A fucking weirdo too. Why does everybody look weird as shit?
It's all love speech.
Stop moving.
You trying to bring back the? I haven't seen Pepe in a while.
I swear, for some reason, fucking really goofy people that you could tell, like this dude would really pop off on TikTok. Look how he's standing. Looks like a fucking idiot. Kids love watching people that are stupid, extremely beta, fucking neckbeardy, don't know how to dress. They love watching them for some reason. I don't get it. And they pop off. They fucking pop off for the weirdest shit. They'll be fucking looking at Barbie dolls and pop off for like, hey, this is my new doll, guys.
I love Pepe. I got this at, you know Jared Taylor?
Jared Taylor?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, I got it at AMRA in 2024. There should have been way more.
Oh, you attended AMRA?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like 80 people.
4chan actually is there.
Yeah, I love Pepe. He's he's great. I might put him in the next anime edit, the next America First anime edit on my channel.
This might be really like
Good at
in the
this
weeds,
shit.
but there's actually like a
Need to
film that
retire
followed
off.
the guy who originally drew Pepe. Have you seen this? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I haven't yet.
Like, and he was basically like sad because originally the frog was like apolitical and it got turned into kind of how you guys use him, and so then he killed the frog in his comic. What do you what do you think of like kind of the way that symbols are used like that?
I think symbols are used for like advocating for something or like political realize. Also, hi Tyler Russell. He's watching your stream right now.
I don't know who that is, but okay,
he's
cool.
on Cozy TV. He's friends with Nick Fuentes. He's a nice guy.
I see. All right, one here.
He's like Aqua from Oshinoko. I made a video about him.
Gotta be honest, don't know what most of that means. But all right.
yeah, it's
I see.
It's an anime, you know. Anime's go.
Did I laugh too loud that time?
Yeah, One Piece to go.
Did I?
One Piece just built him.
That dude's got a fucking following, homie. Oh, you'll be all right, Sister T.
I don't think I've actually spoken on the stream yet today, but not much is happening at this point, so I think if I could just give a quick little summary here. So, what kind of happened here is that on this side of the line is the folks who held this rally for Stephen Metcalf, basically arguing their primary point that they say is that they're arguing for that Anthony Carmelo, who is alleged in the stabbing of Austin Metcalf, which took place here, that they're disappointed that he was able to make bond, and they broadened it into a conversation about race, right? So this side has, very bluntly put on their statement that they're concerned specifically about interracial violence. And calling it black violence and so forth. On the opposite side are people who held up signs referring to the event as for example, a lynch mob, and those protesters, kind of around the anti-fascist variety, came out and demonstrated against this, largely emphasizing the fact that many of the people who participated here are actually January 6thers. And so that was kind of a primary point of the conflict. There was one moment that I think I captured on film, but I'm gonna find out after, where one of the individuals who was against this event pepper sprayed one of the people who was participating in it and was subsequently arrested. As they were taken away by the police, there was another kind of pushing conflict that occurred and caused a second arrest. I believe those only two arrests were both people who opposed this kind of Trump-aligned event here. So, with that, there's people still kind of standing around talking, so I'm going to stay here just a while longer to document in case anything sort of else happens. But the rally itself ended, so I am going to shut the live stream down. So thanks for watching. I would just remind both the audience and folks, in the community moderation areas of YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter that, as a live video platform, I don't endorse any of the views expressed by any of the people, and the only point of what I'm doing is to have raw, unedited documentation of what goes on at events like this, particularly when they relate to how the police handle them. So with that,
Always does that. Why does he always do that? Every time he cuts it off early. That's copyright free, by the way. You can use that. What? For your next romantic dinner or whatever, yeah. With your boy toy, gentlemen. I got that for you guys. The gays. That's for all the gay guys out there. Love that song. What are you thinking? Are you thinking? No, you're just wanting some of that stuff that you put in your mouth. You're fat, and I'm trying to make you skinnier. What a sandstorm. Come here. Oh. Hey, you. Where are you going? No, don't go that way. That's not the way. Hey. Not Easter. It's Easter time.
When I traveled to Washington under the previous administration and talked about this is a problem that no city should experience, I went to El Paso and said this should not be happening in El Paso, Brownsville, both Republican cities and Democratic cities, because it was not it wasn't partisanship, it was common sense. And we failed to acknowledge that. And that $7.5 billion that I spent, $200 million could have gone to our children who are chronically absent. It could have went to my seniors. It could have went to building more housing. That should not have been our problem, and it was. And it was extremely difficult to deal with it, but we did. And it's going to have a long-term impact on our city.
Do you think sanctuary cities overall are good for America?
I think what's good for America is that in our cities, if someone is in your city, the federal government should address who comes in your city. But if they're in your city, you have to provide the proper care. If we're going to allow people into the country, we need to make sure that they're going after the services. What we must do is what is happening, I believe, under this administration. We're securing our borders so cities don't have to deal with a federal problem that we're seeing in many of our major cities.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest.
Yeah, Boyardee, baby. Boom, boom. U.S. egg shortage sends consumers to Tijuana, Mexico. What the heck, dude? People are still doing that? We're still not able to get eggs? Weird. Whoa. Wait a second. Dude, that is Long Beach. The busing guy lives in Long Beach. This guy, bussin'. You know the guy that goes bussin'. Look in the distance there. That's the Queen Mary. Back here. Let me bring it up. The dude that does the prison videos. I thought I recognized it. This is Long Beach, dude. And that's the Queen Mary in the background. He said this is his morning routine. This guy. It says Redondo, so he's probably in LA County. This isn't near here, Santa Barbara, but anything else looks like Long Beach. He's making fun of that one dude. Okay, so that must be... That's definitely Long Beach, though, because there's not... That isn't in the background of any other beach. Queen Mary. Yeah, and the way... See how long it is? I know where he's at right here, actually. I know exactly where this is. Cherry Street goes down into a parking lot. Is it Cherry or Juanapero that does that? No, I think it's Cherry actually. No. Cherry? I know where he's at though. Interesting, dude. All world.
Look, I know I lost you $1 million last week, but this week's gonna be different. We're gonna hit it hard. Just deposit another $1 million, and I got you.
Oh, here's another one's outside. Oh. That's the first one he's posted where, like, normally it's just like making shit like this.
When we get in from yard, bro, you still got that turkey from Chow?
Yeah, and I got some ham too.
All right, for sure. Just throw that in and I got you.
Everybody's seen these videos where he makes breads and shit that you make in prison. Yeah, it seems like he is a Long Beach local.
Hey, Bunky, I'm gonna make a Thanksgiving leftover.
Good out here.
My name is Jesse.
This guy gonna actually show us what the fucking nachos look like, unlike Royce's dumbass channel?
I'm like, I'll get the new Doritos nachos, and she remembered me. She's like, oh yeah, you came.
See how much better this is, Royce, you stupid fat ass?
See, I didn't see her put any jalapenos
Notice
on
how
here.
he
I'm not
never does this? He's like, guys, I can't. I don't have a tripod. I have a tripod. You just get to see my face and me put the food in it. I'm reviewing it. You never see the fucking food ever.
sure if they're in there. Okay,
Food reviewer doesn't let you see the food.
should I just leave it in the tray? No, I'll get it out.
And this guy goes all out to show you the food. Shit, he dumps it out of the tray and
Completely
everything.
ruined it. Okay, we'll cut it in half to a zoom-in adventure. All right, there's the Doritos.
Look at that. Look how much better that is compared to Royce.
There's
Royce
the
is a
salt west sauce. You see
lazy
she cut
bum.
up peppers and onions and tomatoes, but I don't see any jalapenos. I don't think the jalapenos would save this anyways. There's a cross-section.
Now I have a much better
There's a
idea of what I'm
cross-section of the
getting.
Dorito.
Vegetables
I have
and
to directly
chips.
compare these with the 7-Eleven nachos. You know, the one with the cheese pump, and then later on they added the cheese or the chili pump too.
Probably
Those are
better.
good, actually. I'm not sure if they still have them. That would be a good item to review. Okay, we'll try these out. Cheese pull.
Those look like such a fucking ripoff. It's like lettuce with chips, dude. Chips and lettuce. You're buying chips and lettuce for probably $5. What? Oh, fuck. Subway. You know what? You're ruining your company, man. This dumb shit.
Good one.
What a gimmick.
So, I don't know, a little bit of the cheddar cheese like in the ice cream scoop.
What a fucking gimmick.
Like even for $4, don't do this.
Hell no.
These are not nachos. These are not nachos. They're not foot-long nachos. They're foot-long Doritos with Subway vegetables on it. It's a disaster and it's a weak effort. No sour cream. Like you can do sour cream. You could have added, she asked me if I wanted to add meat. That would have done nothing to save this. Maybe a little bit of a better score. With meat, I'd probably give it a 2.5. As it is, I'll give it a 1.5.
What were they thinking? What's he gonna do? What is happening
What
now?
are you guys doing here? Come on. They're not nachos. I'm sorry. Oh no. Cutting board took it there. All right, the new foot-long Doritos nachos from Subway. They're not nachos. I gave them a 1.5. Disaster. See you next time.
Yeah, totally rip off. You get a head of lettuce and some Doritos. Much cheaper. Eating that shit for the whole week. See if this guy liked them.
Check it out. I knew Subway launched this item that tops. Watch them. The Doritos, something like that. This reminds me of that. Spice.
He's gonna fucking. He's gonna be a tool, dude. He's gonna be like, yeah, these are all right. Yeah, right. I'll give him a 7.8 out of 10.
There it is, one more time.
It looks like he's gonna be a tool,
That's
dude.
what we got going on.
Let's go. What do you got?
Okay, so for $5,
Oh, you better
you
not.
could probably have them add some extra stuff on there too. She's like, would you like any more?
Better give them a low rating.
Items on here. I should have probably put some sour cream. I wasn't thinking. I kind of wanted to get it exactly the way they promote it, and that's exactly what I did. But
Sure.
I'm pretty sure it's Subway. You can get other toppings on it as well.
Yeah, but
and I
for
think if
extra.
you take advantage of that, I think it's going to be a pretty good deal.
Yeah, but for more
right
money.
Here,
What do you
we saw
mean?
them breaking apart.
Good deal.
Has a decent taste because it's Doritos covered with topping. I'm going to give it a rating. I got a number in my head. What do you think the rating's going to be?
2. Better be a 2. Not at the most.
Yeah. 1 to 100.
Oh, 1 to 120.
The Doritos foot-long nachos from Subway. Two great tastes that taste somewhat good together is going to get a solid. I'm going to go 79 on this.
What?
It's a nice...
Yo, you fucking idiot. Hell no. Hell, what are you doing? I knew it. I knew he was gonna do some dumb shit. I didn't need to hear any more of it. 9. There's no way that we get a 79. It's a waste, a complete waste of money. Man, the thing is, kids are probably even dumber. They'll be like, yeah, this is good. I'll get a 10 out of 10. All right, I think it's totally worth it. I didn't have to make it. All right. I don't know, man. I doubt that'll last through the summer.
Now let's taste it and rate it 1 through 10 and see what flavors awaits. You should keep these in chicken bouillon. Well, excuse me, it's actually better than bouillon.
Nice job, team.
Since the paste is too thick, we'll incorporate some butter into it to make it like a sauce.
What?
Once it looks sort of homogeneous like this, we'll move on to the plating. Pour the popcorns into my mug/cup. Give the sauce a little stir so it doesn't completely lift up. Finally, we'll drizzle it over. You gotta make sure it's elegant, because it's a struggle meal, but we still have our dignity over here. And carefully mix it up, make sure nothing spills. Now it's time to grab a handful and give it a taste. We'll rate these dishes on 2 scales today: the taste and how easy it is to make.
Sodium.
As we expected, it tastes like buttered popcorn with a hint of 4.5 out of 10 on easiness. Moving on, put off with some cinnamon, but as I'm putting it on, I realized here because it reminds on easiness. Moving on, I named our next recipe cinnamon bread. Basically, you take a piece of white ass bread. Yes, I use the end piece here because it reminds me a lot about myself, how everybody wants to toss it before giving it a chance. We'll put a slice of cheese and top it off with some cinnamon, but as I'm putting it on, I realize my cinnamon smells kind of weird. Alright, now we have the actual cinnamon. We can dust it off and then broil it. So I'm too lazy to turn on the oven and wait for it to come to temperature, so I'll just blowtorch it. So this is what it looks like. It kind of reminds me of that time when I did a really good job cleaning.
This guy's got 3.75 million subs. I'm already over it. He just burned all the cinnamon. You can't do that now. It's not even gonna. Anyway. Oh, tasting burnt cinnamon now. Yeah, it's gonna be. It tastes like it's supposed to. Point. Whatever the hell that was supposed to be, and he didn't take the cumin off. He just left it on there. Like that shit is brain rot content. That's the kind of shit that 5-year-olds are watching. Must be. Got you. See something soon. I'll have some nuts. Maybe I'll just put some nuts in my mouth. Maybe I will. Dude, just slow down. Oh, news is happening. Uh-oh. Simon, good? Oh, I see you over there. What you doing? Girl.
People right now, Lord.
Bum, 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 bum. Everybody's reviewing these things.
Subway has brand new Doritos foot-long nachos, and I
Does
got
this
them
guy
right here,
act
baby.
like they're
These are,
good?
like I said, a bag of chip with some steak and cheese, couple toppings, 5 jalapenos. I'd stay away from this. Not a good deal. Taste-wise, on my brick scale, 1 through 5, 5 being the best. Well, I'd give this a 1.75.
Dude, no one likes these things. Subway's gonna get rid of them next week, probably. Why would they even try that? Stupid. That's like them all of a sudden selling hamburgers. Like the whole point of going to Subway sandwiches is to get away from the tacos and the hamburgers, isn't it? We're gonna have fried chicken next week. Subway fried chicken. Chicken. Subway sucks ever since Jared got busted. They were good before that. Everybody liked them. Everybody was eating fresh as fuck, man. A little cookie with it. Chips. Some sun chips. I'm trying to eat healthy. Oh yeah? Subways used to be. Quiznos still around? Ah. Ow. Ow. Yeah. Yeah. How you do it? It's so slow today on content. I'm getting recommended Katrina aftermath videos. They really like recommending that fucking San Diego channel to me in droves. Like, they'll recommend like 30 of them, 40 fucking more. Wait, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 39 of them in a row. It just recommends. Look. Like, I'm just scrolling all along, doing my normal thing. They're mixed up. Everything's mixed up. Like, everything's mixed up, right? We got content from all different places. Then, all of a sudden, still scrolling, just scrolling down, boom. All from the same place. All four, no, not yet. Here we go. Starts at this row. The last two. There are 4 on each row. All 4 of these, all 4 of those, 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 all the same channel. Then it goes on to give me random stuff again. What's going on with that channel? How are they doing that? Second day in a row it's done that. Always is on the weekend. Yeah, it's always a who's in for cats. So I think I'm gonna shut it down now, y'all. I'm gonna just eye on it myself. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Ted Thomas, everybody else, wherever else, Mark Harper, Miss Bungle, Les Paul Jr., and anybody on any of the platforms hanging there too. Twitch, DLive, Facebook, Rumble, X. You know, all the platforms no one ever says anything at. Alright, hey, guys, bye.
Meow, 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 meow.